Good morning. Welcome to my channel. It is Tuesday for me, and again, I'm on my way to work. Today, I'm going to be jumping right into the subject, which is how do we find joy in the holding period? How do we find joy in the waiting? Before we get started, please like and subscribe. Please share my channel. Please comment whether you agree with me or not. I love hearing from you, and thank you so much for being here. So, I'm learning a lot about life and how to live it. That was the first thing that I listened to. The game of life and how to live it. I listened to the whole thing at night, and I think I'm going to listen to it again because it's really, really beneficial. It'll be a great reminder. But the game of life and how to live it is really about letting go. It's really about just letting things flow in the moment and living in the moment, living for the moment. I'm not saying to be in a dreamland. I'm not saying to be delusional. I wouldn't want anybody to... Uh-oh, we have a truck stuck again. I wouldn't want anyone to, set aside reality. Because yes, we have a past, and yes, we have to plan sometimes for the future. I'm going on a vacation, and I can't just live in the moment and not get my tickets. That wouldn't be very smart of me. I mean, there are things that we have to do to plan for the future. However, our focus doesn't have to be always on the past, always on the future. When we do that, we deprive ourselves of the now. And one of the things that I was kind of questioning as I was watching these videos, they were talking about that. They were talking about living in the now and finding joy in the moment and finding joy right where you are, enjoying the journey. Sometimes I really enjoy the journey when I'm doing fun things or on vacation, or when I'm, when I got this job, and then when I go to the office and I'm around the people that I love. There are times that I enjoy the journey immensely. And there are other times when the journey just doesn't seem as pleasant. So how do you enjoy the journey when you're, stuck on the side of the road with a flat tire? How do you enjoy the journey when nothing seems to really be going on at all? When you're just kind of doing the same thing over and over, like Groundhog Day, and life seems maybe kind of boring, like you're in a holding pattern of some sort. Enjoy the journey when you have a destination that you would like to see yourself get to, and you're not there yet. You imagine it, you picture it, it would make you happy. And we're always dreaming, always hoping, always feeling, being our best selves, knowing who we are. That's the part of life that gives us the joy, that brings those good things to us. But while you're waiting for those things to happen, and you're sitting where you are now, in contrast, that future thing that you are anticipating might make the life you have now seem rather dull. So I was thinking about that, because right now I'm in kind of a holding pattern. I love what I do, I love my work, but it is the same thing every day. I was told by my boss that, this isn't going to be this way forever. Just keep doing this, keep hanging in there. I mean, the months go by really, really fast. It's not like I'm complaining. Have a great job, love what I'm doing. Everything is going well. But I know that I'm going somewhere exciting. I already know that. I've already been told. It's like somebody pulled me aside. Well, he actually did. My boss just pulled me aside. He was like, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. It's coming. Your dream life is like right here. It's on the way. We're putting it together for you. And it's almost like anticipating Christmas. You go through those weeks of beginning, like in anticipation. And that's a good analogy for me in enjoying the waiting, because Christmas morning for a child is just, they just wait and wait and wait, and they just can't wait to dig into those presents. Christmas for an adult, for me, the whole entire month or 5 weeks before Christmas I was out looking at the Christmas lights. I was going to dinner having hot chocolate and pumpkin pie. I was, getting together with friends and doing Christmas things. Going to the festival where I lived in Florida, so they had the fake snow. And all that stuff. I enjoyed all the festivities. That, it wasn't about the presents. For an adult, it's not about the presents. I enjoyed the whole season. The boat parade. I always loved the boat parade. All the streets were lit up and all the towns would just look beautiful with Christmas decorations. So that's what I did, to enjoy the moments leading up to Christmas morning. And for a child, though, children want to get at those toys. It's like they don't see the beauty necessarily in the lights and, in the boat parade. And I mean, they might enjoy some of the, children's Christmas fun things that there are to do, but it's not like they're just walking around in total wonder of the whole season because they want those presents. So if you kind of look at it like that as adults in our lives, somebody says you're going to have something in your life that's going to take place soon. It's coming. Or you have anticipated something that's about to take place. I've been in this position when I was looking for a house to buy. Buying a house is one example. The waiting to see if it's going to close. That anticipation. But what do we do with the now as adults? What do we do in the here and now to be filled with as much joy now as we will be when we receive that thing? So, deep thought. That put me into some deep thought. I had to really think about that. Right now, I'm going to work and back. I am going on a really fun vacation. Going on vacation is fun when you're on the vacation. Getting there can be stressful, which I'm not going to enjoy putting my cat in his little house and driving him 2.5 hours to get to where I'm going, my first destination. There are things that I have to get through. There are stressful things I'm going to have to do before this vacation even starts. But how do I enjoy the journey? So first of all, yeah, my cat's going to have to go in his cage. He hates that. I hate stuffing him in that thing. He doesn't like it. And it's always a hard time. And most of the time he pees on me. And it's not a pleasant experience trying to put my cat in this little cat carrier to take him in the car. Now, once he's in the car, he's fine. He likes car rides. It's just getting him to that point. So I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not really looking forward to the long drive. But how can I make this a happy thing? I mean, other than putting my cat in his carry case. That's just something I have to do. But what about the drive? I can put on music. I'm going to find a playlist that I haven't listened to in a really long time. Number one, I'm going to listen to one of my favorite playlists. Number two, it's still fall. It's November. Yes, the leaves are starting to come off the trees, but they're not all off the trees, and I'm heading east, so it's going to be warmer there, and the fall leaves are just going to be spectacular. So I'm going to listen to music. I'm going to enjoy the fall leaves. I'm just going to let myself do some daydreaming on the trip. I love to daydream when I'm on drives, and sometimes those daydreams bring me into visions, and that's like a meditative experience. So, yes, I mean, I know there will be critics that'll say, how dare you daydream when you're on the road, but you need to understand that there's consciousness that allows people to focus completely 100% fully on the road and to be able to allow a portion of your mind to daydream and think. When people drive, we think. I don't know if there's anybody that doesn't think a thought when they're driving, so that's that. I just want to make sure that I think that most of the people that were criticizing me for driving have left my channel, but if anybody else is offended by the fact that I drive, please know that I am fully 100% conscious of everything that goes on the road. I don't leave the road. But I just, I'm anticipating, instead of thinking of this drive as dread, I'm anticipating what it's going to feel like getting there. And it is one of my favorite places to be. I know when I walk in the door, it's going to be warm. There will be coffee on the pot. It's going to smell good. There's going to be like apple spice smell, and everything's going to be nice and pretty. This is a place that I fully decorated, and it's like very cozy. It's a happy place. So I'll be happy to get there. I'm just going to look at it differently. I'm not going to look at it with dread. I won't allow myself to look at this first leg of the trip with dread. As far as just going on in your life over and over and over, doing the same thing, going to work, same thing, you know, rather than look at it like drudgery, rather than imagine, oh, I have to get up again, I have to shower again, feed the cat, get my lunch, out the door. Kind of start to feel like Fred Flintstone when he's going to his quarry, and then he gets off work and it's like beep beep, and he's home again. And that's like the American way, you know, to do the same thing over and over and over every single day. But it doesn't have to be that way. That doesn't have to be that way either. I look forward to these videos every morning. I look forward to the drive to work. I made this fun. I made it fun because I get to talk to you. I get to share ideas. I get to spend time with somebody else who, you're not physically with me in the car, but I know you're there. And it's cool. It's cool being able to talk to you on my way to work. It's like I have a passenger and we're having a conversation, and it just makes the drive go really nicely. I enjoy the fall leaves. I'm enjoying the sunshine. I'm thankful. And I think that's the main key, is to be grateful for what you have in every moment. Fill every moment with gratitude, whether it's an exciting moment or whether it's a boring moment. Find something to be grateful for in that moment, because not everything is going to be exciting. Not everything is going to be your reward. There's going to be a lot in life that will be us being on the path toward our reward. And by enjoy the journey, we can be in anticipation of all the wonderful things that are going to happen. And I think that one of my favorite things about the journey, is the not knowing. I used to be a control freak. I used to have to know, how are things going to happen? Okay, so this is going to happen. Exactly how is that going to happen? How's it all going to come together? I wanted to know the details of how, but now I don't have to know that at all. I don't have to know how. I just know that this is fun. Like, I know something's going to happen. I don't know what or when or how. And that alone makes it kind of, this coming year is my year of wonder, and all I can think of is wonder. It fills me full of a sense of wonder. It's like a child before Christmas. They don't know what they're going to get. They don't know how it's going to get there, or if it's Santa's going to come, or if Santa's going to give them a rock or toys, or they don't know what's going to happen, but it's that anticipation that fills them with excitement. And when we're grateful for the anticipation itself, and when we're grateful for the process, and I'm learning to be grateful for the fact that I have no idea how any of this in my life is going to come together. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to be a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now. They say to create a dream board and write down where you want to be 5 years from now. And that's very true. That's in my mind. I don't have a dream board that I look at, but I do know in my mind where I'd like to be, what I'd like to be doing. I can imagine myself, doing what I want to be doing. I know it's there for me. It's like Christmas morning. I don't doubt that I don't think my parents are going to fail me. I don't think God is going to fail me when it comes time to have the things that I'm about to have. But I don't have to spend my life just twiddling my thumbs, tapping my foot, feeling bored, and not really knowing what to do with myself because I'm just waiting, kind of wasting time. No, I don't have to waste time while I'm waiting for this to happen. I can spend my time just being super, super excited, and not just about the thing that's going to happen, but super excited about now. I can find things to be really excited about right now, because what's going to happen is all coming together. Even right now, it's all coming together somehow. And I get to participate in the creation of this thing that's about to happen. I get to participate in it by being grateful, not just for it, but for everything in my life. I'm grateful for the people that I'm around every day. I'm grateful for this job. I'm grateful for the apartment I live in, overlooking the city with a beautiful view. I'm grateful that I have another home that I get to go to that's near the ocean. I'm grateful that I get to travel. I'm grateful that for everything in my life, I'm grateful. And so even, yesterday when I was on the phone at work, I had a really, really, really good day, because every single person I talked to, there were some really sweet people, and there were some really, really grumpy people too. And I got a couple of the grumpy people to turn around. I had one lady laughing and calling me honey at the end, just because I like to be cheerful. It's a fun thing for me to do, to be cheerful and try to spread cheer. So that's another thing that we can be grateful for. As we're walking around this world, we can look at the world like, oh, politics, oh, what's going to happen, oh, the dread, oh, wars, oh gosh, what's going to happen. We can be looking at it like that, or we can be looking at it like, I get to be a light in all this. I get to walk around and be like, hi, hey. Yeah, I'm just a little too cheerful. I know. But seriously, we don't have to like vibe into the whole fear-filled, upset sense of dread. We can just be like walking around like life is great. When I walked through a parking lot one last story, I remember one time I parked my car and I had to go to a doctor's appointment. And there was a big parking lot, and I was going to the doctor. Like, going to the doctor is no big deal, right? But I got out of the car and I looked around and I saw all these trees. It was last year in the fall, about this time of year. And all these beautiful trees with all their shimmering, like, different colors and bright reds and oranges and yellows. I walked around the parking lot and just started taking pictures of leaves. Like, here I am in the parking lot of a doctor's office, and I'm just taking pictures of all these leaves. And then I found some flowers that were still there. They weren't dead yet. And it's late November and there's still like a patch of flowers. I was taking pictures of everything I saw. And then I went into the doctor's office. And while I was waiting for the doctor, I looked at all these pictures, and it created this gorgeous, gorgeous collage of all these colors. That fascinated me. I thought that was really cool. And that happened in the parking lot of a doctor's office. So we can find joy in life. We can find joy in all of life. I'm looking at the cloud patterns right now and how beautiful they are. And I'm thinking, I'm going to go for a walk on my break and just really enjoy these clouds and the sun. And it's like 60 degrees out. It's just beautiful. And if it's raining, I'll enjoy a cozy little rainy day like I did last weekend with my cat watching movies at home. Order myself up some Mexican food and cozy in. I mean, there are just so many things we have that we can be thankful for. We need to look for them. If we're always looking for the things to be grateful, we will never have a dull moment in our lives. We'll always have joy right where we are. So anyway, I need to get into the office now. I'm at 18, almost 19 minutes. Thanks for sticking with me through the video. And if you liked it, please share it with someone else. Please subscribe. And I don't know if there's a bell or a button that you can hit to get my videos if you enjoy them, but please do subscribe and share. I really appreciate that. And I hope you're having a great day. I will see you next time.